Have you heard the saying that you don't plant seeds and expect a harvest in the same day? Seems like that's a lot about patience. Well, in John chapter 4, starting in verses 37 to 38, Jesus had this to say. Thus, the saying, one sows and another reaps, is true. I sent you to reap what you have not worked for. Others have done the hard work, and you have reaped the benefits of their labor. So here we see that our laboring, our planting of seeds as Christians doesn't always include a harvest. So the idea that we can sow and then have patience for a harvest doesn't exactly hold here, because we need to have the same big picture perspective that God has when it comes to the gospel and to salvation, right? He needs workers who are willing to do what needs to be done in order to reap those benefits later. And whether that's you personally reaping the harvest that you have sown, or whether you do the labor of sowing and another reaps, should all be the same to you as a Christian. And that's a hard perspective to take, because we want to see the benefits of the work that we're doing in order to maintain motivation to keep doing it. But the motivation should be from God Himself and not necessarily from reaping the benefits of our labor. And that's a hard perspective to take. It really is. This has been a word to me as well, because I lack a certain measure of patience when it comes to wanting to see my endeavors come to fruition. And yet Jesus is saying, you might not ever see that fruit. And you need to be okay with it, because there's a greater good involved here. But if we flip that around, and this is where I think God is so good in this scenario, is that just as the disciples were reaping where they had not sown in this Samaritan town, there are going to be times where maybe I'm reaping the benefits of somebody else's labor. And it's still all in the name of the greater good and the work that's been laid down by the people that came before me. And so we should be working together as the body of Christ, as one unit with Him at the head, leading the way and doing the task that He set before us, in spite of seeing those fruits. And that can be a hard thing, but let me know if you understand where I'm coming from, and let me know if you've experienced this. Have you labored for a cause that you never saw the fruits of, but later heard the good news that it actually came to pass? Or have you been the beneficiary of somebody else's good works and were able to participate in that celebration? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, follow, and share. Blessings.